Hello, hello. This is Jeff with True Crime Myths, Legends, and more. Today we are doing our live recap episode, and we've got Mary with us. Sherry is busy working for the foreseeable future and will be on hiatus for a little while. So, for a little while, you got just me and Mary here. So, hello, hello, Mary.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, hey. How's everything going?
Good. Touch wood.
So last week we had an episode where we talked to Doug Pfeiffer, the author of 50 Shades of True Crime. And he is a detective from Alaska that works in, he does a bunch of different things. He's retired now, but he worked in like sex crimes and hostage negotiation. Really, really interesting guy.
Yeah.
So, what
It's,
would you think about the episode?
it's the fact is, probably the things that he's seen, it's just like, wow. But you wouldn't even think that. But in a sense, it makes perfect sense why they would go out to, because it's just like a big wilderness. So it makes sense for them to go. And I think a
Yeah,
few times he said he was lucky to catch the people.
yeah, that was one of the things that that was surprising to me is to find out
Mm,
just uh, how many serial killers have been or
yeah,
lived at some point up in Alaska that
yeah,
it has the most per capita. There's not a huge population up in Alaska,
yeah.
but there are a lot of people and a lot of criminals and stuff that go up there to hide. I also heard from somebody else recently that we always talk about the southern border and stuff like that, but there is a lot of like sex trafficking and human trafficking
Yeah.
that goes on in Alaska as well.
No, yeah. I I think just because it's Alaska, they think, well, nothing really happens. But I was quite shocked when he said this is basically the murder capital. I thought,
Yeah,
wow, you wouldn't think
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's so wide open and it's so easy to hide up there that
Yeah.
it makes it just easy for people to get lost and
Mhm.
try to remain undiscovered.
Yeah. I think I might actually go and get his book because what he was saying, the stories were like fascinating.
Yeah, I have a copy of it here in front of me,
Mm,
and I wanted to read like the table of contents because
yeah.
we talked about this during the episode and I didn't get a chance
Mm,
to, but there's a
yeah.
lot of there's a lot of humor even in some of the titles. So
I can imagine.
he has chapter one, name that crime, man's best friend, cool as a cucumber, a germaphobe's worst nightmare, the bad bunny, chapter two, why sharing isn't always caring, come again, hold the anchovies, stings like a bee. Chapter three is kink and ink, stick and poke, the taboo tattoo, ballsy body art. Chapter four is on bestiality, foul play, making bacon, a stable relationship, and dead meat. Chapter five is necrophilia, playing
Mm,
possum, cracking open a cold one, no glove, no love, a one sided affair, and then bon appetit. Chapter six is the last climax, the professor's last lesson, when the carpenter mismeasured, the jizz and the whiz, the lethal leotard, riding Harleys and Hoovers. And then chapter seven is teachable tidbits, the Oracle, the Gummy Bear Affair, Icebreaker, and the Crisco Kid.
well, just going with the table of contents, it sounds like he's got very similar humour to you.
Yeah, yeah, we have very similar humor. So,
But I, I didn't know this, Jeff. I don't know if you know this. Mace. serial killers have been on game shows.
Huh, interesting.
I just found that out and I thought,
Where did you hear that at?
well, I was watching, I was on STS, Surviving the Survivor, and it turns out quite a few have been on game shows. Like
Huh,
Donna Adelson was on the Wheel of Fortune.
interesting.
I never even knew that. You should
Yeah.
check. You should find out about that because there was a
Huh.
few serial killers that have been on game shows.
Yeah, because you have like Rodney Akala, that
Yeah,
was the
there
dating
was,
game killer.
and that what's his name, Dr. G. He said that as well. He's a like clinical psychologist.
Hmm.
Does like profiles. And I thought, wow, oh, that's quite interesting. You wouldn't think that, but seemingly serial killers have a penchant for game shows.
Wow.
Wow.
So in Doug's introduction of his book, the very first thing it says is everything in this book is about sex except sex, which is about power, which
Mm,
is always fascinating because a lot of these serial killings involve some form of sex, but
mm,
often it's not really about the sex itself. It's about the
mm,
power. It's about this feeling of control over these
yeah,
people. It's why they revisit the scenes. It's why they go back and relive it. Is to have that power all over again. So
yeah.
so it's
That's
really
what I
really
get.
interesting.
That's what I get mainly a sense of sort of these particular crimes. It's control and what they can do to the per se the victim, and
Yeah,
then because Bundy loved to go back as well,
yeah,
quite a number of times. And then look at Dahmer. He kept a few bits. So yeah,
yeah. There are a bunch of them that that continue to do that. Gary Ridgway would do that. He would go back to the
mm,
scene of the crime. You know, Lots of them would go and whether it was the necrophilia or whether it was just to go to the scene to
yeah,
relive it and to like masturbate while they were there and all kinds of things. Dennis Rader would have the hotel parties and stuff where he would go
mm-hmm.
and dress up in the clothing of his victims and pleasure himself. So a lot of
I
these
think
crimes.
I think oh, what's his name? I think Shawcross done that as well. Did you know Arthur
Yeah,
Shawcross?
yeah,
Yeah,
Arthur Shawcross, the Genesee River Killer.
yeah. I mean, he had. I seen his last interview before he got executed. That guy had no remorse whatsoever.
No, no, no,
Nothing.
Shawcross, none at all.
And I think Little went back quite a few times as well. Did you know? Samuel Little.
Yeah, yeah, Samuel Littlewood. I know I was in Georgia this last week for World Oddities Expo in Savannah,
How
and
did
one
you
of the
make
people.
out? Yeah. How did you make
What
out?
it
Sales
was good.
wise.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Good.
I ended up meeting one of the psychologists for Todd Colehep,
Oh.
and she goes around to visit him. She does like the kumbaya circles and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
runs therapy for them. And she goes to the prison periodically on a rotating schedule. So she
Uh-huh.
works directly with Colehep. And
Oh.
she said that he is still just as narcissistic as ever and,
Mhm.
believes that, everybody that he killed deserved it and they had wronged him. And,
Mhm.
you know, I think that he is probably the most narcissistic person
Mm.
that I've ever heard speak.
Well,
Even
yeah.
more narcissistic than Dennis Rader.
Mm. I think Raider is kind of closed. He's not like fully open, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
He sort of hides it. But the other one, oh no, straight up full. Doesn't care.
Yeah, I just talked to Dennis a week ago, and he was giving me his opinions on like the assassinations and the Charlie Kirk assassination and all of that
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Mm-hmm. What did you have to say, Jeff? Can you say
So
or
he made some comments about 9/11 and how like 9/11 was a mass assassination on the American people, and he talked about how Charlie Kirk was really really big in the news right now, and how that was all going on, and was like dominating all of the news stations. So he was following it.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's interesting that it was because I think like Charlie Kirk, he was like one of Trump's supporters.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, he was really probably one of the big reasons why Trump was elected.
yeah.
Was the
Oh
efforts
yeah.
of Charlie Kirk. So it's crazy that that all that would happen. And
I mean,
I'm not somebody that celebrates anything when anybody is assassinated. I think that
no.
that is bad all the way around.
Yeah,
But
it's just pure taste.
yeah, yeah, it's very unfortunate that that would happen because of the ideas and the beliefs of any person.
Yeah.
People shouldn't be killed because they hold beliefs.
No.
So whether it's on the right or on the left.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard them a few times what he said about black women. I think, but again, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get killed like one shot, like boom, no, they don't. Nobody deserves that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's unfortunate. People are allowed to have opinions, and they're allowed to voice their opinions, and they shouldn't have to live in fear of other people, coming and harming them because they hold beliefs.
yeah, I mean, not everybody on the planet is going to agree. They're not going to agree. But I just watched. I think it was on the anniversary actually. The whole perspective for the fire, basically the fire, the ambulance, and the survivors, and on 9/11. I watched it was their story basically, and my God, that thing still affects me to this day. When I seen it, I just started crying. When I seen the people like coming out, like jumping, I mean, what a choice they had: either stay there and get burnt alive, or that. I mean, the tears just came down. I just couldn't believe it. And the documentary that I seen, you see the clear view of the planes actually going in. The first one went straight in like that, but the second one was an angle, and you actually seen it, the plane turning like that.
Wow.
Like that. You actually seen it. And I think and it was hit lower down. And I think that's why that tower came down first, before the first one that was actually hit. That side up a bit longer. But I think the other one came down because of the angle where it was hit, plus it was hit lower.
Yeah.
And not only that, I don't think it was really structurally sound. Because if you remember, the IRA bombed the World Trade Center as well.
Yeah.
But that was like a few years ago, but it still affects me to this day.
Yeah, I know after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I started working on the volume of Beyond the Headlines on assassinations.
Oh
I
yeah,
actually I actually flip-flopped it, and that may be the next volume that comes out. So I
yeah. 'Cause
was working
I
on
think you were going to
criminals.
do. Yeah, I think you were going to do something else then assassinations, but you're actually going to do that first. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
yeah. I started working on that. I felt like it was pretty timely,
Mhm.
as there is a lot of crazy political unrest in this country,
Mm.
and there is a lot of talk and a lot of crazy rhetoric online and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
thought it would be interesting to kind of dig into that, and
Mm.
all the myths and legends and the stories and things around all of the major assassinations in the United States. And
Mhm.
so I started some work on that, and I'm going to start out with the Lincoln assassination and go all the
Yeah.
way up to Charlie Kirk, as it is. There's more and more information
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
being released, and we're finding more and more out about the shooter and about his background, and all
Yeah.
the influences that he had. Now it's seeming like there is the possibility that there were several more people involved in it,
Yeah.
other than just him.
Somebody actually got one of the accomplices got arrested yesterday. I think I
Oh
seen
wow,
that.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
that yet.
I think I seen that. It was actually on because I always watch in the morning. I always watch CNN because I always watch CNN in the morning. And it just popped up. So yeah, I don't know if it's one or two, but I know it's definitely an accomplice got arrested yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah, there is the possibility that there are at least one or more accomplices, or at least those people knew about what was happening,
Yeah,
and they were specifically talking to the shooter and knew that it was going to happen, and were
yeah.
posting about it online. So there's been a
Seemingly,
bunch of talk about
yeah.
that.
Seemingly, there's up to 5 people that knew about this.
Yeah.
But I know definitely one got arrested yesterday.
And
So I don't know.
it's crazy to think about that there is possibly up to 5 people that knew about this, and they kept it quiet long
Yeah,
enough for this person to be able to pull this off.
yeah.
It's crazy in the world that we live in,
Mhm,
that you can be so anonymous online
mhm.
that that you could say all kinds of things, and it doesn't even raise a red flag to
Yeah,
anybody until
of course.
after something tragic happens.
Of course, there probably is. You know that there's dark websites. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's what a lot of them were using before the Capitol riots. They were talking in there, so it might have been something actually in there.
Yeah, I
You
know.
never
Well,
know. You know.
we'll find out, because they're doing all the forensic investigations now, and
Mm,
uh, every day there's more and more text messages and correspondences that are coming out. So we'll end up
mm.
finding out, what different connections this person
Yeah,
had, and
because
who they were talking to, and
a lot of them, well, that trial I just watched, the Donna Anderson one, they were using WhatsApp messages. Because they're encrypted, it takes so long, and they've got a lot of stuff for there. So there might be stuff for there or a site like that they can pick up, even if you've deleted it, they can still get it
yeah,
because that's what
yeah,
they've done with her.
yeah, and that's what they were talking about. They were talking about how many of the people that seemed to be involved went and like tried to scrub their different social media posts and stuff like that afterwards. And now they're working on retrieving a bunch of that stuff,
Yeah.
and going back and getting that to use as evidence
Oh yeah.
to connect them with this crime.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of things were deleted, but they managed to get a hold of it through the cloud or Viper or, on WhatsApp. That's how they got it. But even though they deleted it, they still got them.
Yeah.
You can't hide nothing.
Yeah.
You put something on the net and you delete it, it's not gone. It may be gone for your phone or tablet or whatever, but if the cops or the FBI get a hold of it, they get it back.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's like, I mean, I think there was a few people, it seems to be a pattern, I've noticed this, because there was a few people that knew about JFK. There was a few, including his cabinet, that knew. And
well, that is one of the things that, of course, in the volume on assassinations, I'm going to cover the JFK assassination. I'm going to briefly talk about some of the different conspiracy theories about that, but I'm going to leave the majority of it for the conspiracy theory volume. But I will briefly touch on several of those things in the assassination volume.
Well, all you need to do is look at our chat, because I put stuff in there, and that'll give you a wee hint. If you remember, I put it all in there. Because he's chief of staff, and I'm sure Johnson was involved. Yeah, because he was just too slick for me, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. There has been so much of that, and whether it's JFK or RFK or Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
I mean, that's how they killed off Bobby, because they didn't want him to be president.
During that time in history, there is so much like unknown stuff that we will never fully know of, that the government was involved in, and this is during the time that that the head of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, was busy investigating everybody and their brother, and he had dossiers on absolutely everybody from JFK to Marilyn Monroe to Martin Luther King, and he was.
He had them all. He was the biggest crook going.
Yeah,
that's the thing. He was the biggest crook going, because he liked to blackmail people.
Yeah,
and basically, you do something to me, I can do worse to you, basically. Yeah. And plus the fact, Bobby was cracking down on the mafia, because I think this is how this assassination came about. Because if you remember, Bobby was cracking down. He was the one that spoke out about Martin Luther King when he got assassinated. Some people didn't like that. Same with Lincoln. A lot of people knew that this was going to happen before the event. It wasn't just something out the blue and just decided, right, we're going to kill him. No, this was planned.
Yeah, there are very few of the assassins that are just solo gunmen. Most of them all have some kind of connection somewhere. Whether they understood that or not is up for debate. Like for example, John Hinckley and stuff that shot John Lennon. He was doing it because of this really weird, misguided idea about Jodie Foster, and so he was kind of a solo gunman. But most of them are not.
I thought wait now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but I thought it was what's his name that shot John Lennon?
Mark David Chapman. Yeah, not Hinckley. Chapman is the one that shot him.
Yeah. That's a whole. I
Yeah,
remember that.
I got too many in my brain right now.
Oh, you've got too many your brain can't cope with. It's like they should be in your lifetime. It should be endless time, Jeff. But you're still taking it easy, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And John Hinckley is the one that tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
was John Hinckley.
he got the security guard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark David Chapman is the one that.
I don't think he'll ever get out
No, I don't think so either. I don't think
because
so.
Yoko still goes to the thing every time he's up for parole. She still
Yeah,
goes to it. So, but I mean,
yeah.
there's been a few things like certain events. You can tell that this wasn't just done on the spur of the moment. This was all like planned, calculated, like that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I think what's interesting about all of the stuff surrounding Charlie Kirk is that it's one of those things where when you assassinate somebody and you make them a martyr,
Mm,
often you just embolden their cause. And
mm,
so what we're seeing is this kind of groundswell
mm,
around this turning points conservative viewpoint, and it's
mm-hmm.
really making it even more popular and giving it much more many more eyes are on that organization
Yeah.
versus before that. Even though Charlie Kirk is gone, the organization itself is going to grow by leaps and
Oh yeah.
bounds because of what happens. So
Yeah.
this shooter's ideology is ultimately going to backfire
Yeah.
and will actually give their cause a lot more validity. So it's
Well, well,
this whole idea.
Trump is seemingly determined for him to get the death penalty. I
Yeah,
think he
yeah,
probably will.
yeah,
To be
probably
honest,
so because Utah has the death penalty,
yeah,
and he'll probably be sentenced by the state, and so he
yeah.
won't be able to get they won't be able to do anything about it. Like
I
for
think
example, if
I think it'll be like McVeigh, Jeff. I think
yeah,
it'll just be like him.
so even if when Trump is out of office, if we were to get a Democratic president next, that
Mm,
Democratic president would not be able to put a stay of
no,
execution because it's a state uh,
yeah.
death penalty case. So
I think it'll be federal. My, well, that's what I think. I think it'll be federal.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all works out and what happens there.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I mean, I didn't agree with some of the things that you said, but still, I didn't like to see a person die like that.
yeah,
They don't really deserve. He hasn't done anything really like horrible, and his kids as well.
yeah,
And it's a shame.
yeah, for sure. Uh, but there is a lot of political people on the right and the left that are all running for cover
Mm,
because this also emboldens other people to go out there and commit similar crimes. you know
yeah.
so they are really gonna hold this shooter to the fire
I think
and really make this happen to make an example out of him.
I don't think it'll be the last year
Yeah, I don't think so either.
because
I think it's a growing trend.
I think it's going to be for a while there was the school shootings. It was just everywhere.
Yeah,
I think he's it might be the first in sort of like modern times like this, but I don't think he'll be the last, which is sad.
yeah, for sure.
A
Yeah,
lot of sick,
there is.
a lot of sick
Uh,
people out there, but
Yeah, as there is more and more of this these ideologies that continue
Mm,
to happen and continue to grow in the United States, the more and more we'll see stuff like this
oh yeah.
because there are so many people that believe that their voice needs to be heard and that they are being wronged. It really has changed like our society,
Mm-hmm.
and it's become pretty dangerous to be very
Yeah.
out there about your beliefs and your ideas.
Is that see? I've watched like court programs and that. I've seen them a few times. These sovereign people, they're like wackos. The
Yeah,
sovereign that kind of
yeah, those sovereign citizens.
yeah. I just like, what's your point? It's like, really? And they talk of themselves as like as a third person in the court. Like, I'm here representing blah blah blah. And the judge will say to them, what is your name? And they'll say the name. And then the judge will go, well, that is you then. No, that is not me. Like, really? Oh. It's like the world has become, in this day and age, is fanatical.
Yeah,
And it's like, if you really, it's like you've got to really watch, like, where you're going, what you're doing, stuff like that. It shouldn't be like that though, but it is the world in which we live in.
yeah. It's there is no longer uh, you can't be open about your politics or your ideas.
Mhm.
People are are very easily offended, and now will it's kind of the escalation. They were easily offended before, and now they're going and it's
Yeah,
becoming more and more violent. Because
it's
people believe that that what you're saying and what you believe is a direct slight against them.
yeah,
Uh, and
it's like your freedom of speech has been taken away.
yeah,
You can't. What if you say what you think? What, is somebody going to come up and shoot me or stab me or kind of? It's becoming like that. I see it. There's no a
yeah,
day goes by. Even here, there's not a day goes by where either somebody gets shot, stabbed, or whatever.
yeah,
And some of it is just for their own beliefs. A lot of it's hate crime as well.
yeah. And it used to be that that happened in other countries, right? It happened in
Yeah,
like third world countries and stuff. And a lot of that stuff is now coming to the states and to the UK.
yeah,
It's changing radically
yeah.
and very quickly that
Um,
people are committing those kinds of crimes.
mm. I mean, over here, Jeff, a lot of people that's getting targeted is the refugees. A lot of them, because people are just like, there's a few sickos here, right? It's like it's people, you know, coming for, oh god, I forget the name, the one that's fighting with Russia.
Oh, Ukraine.
Yeah, a lot of them are over here, and it's like, oh, you see them talking online, like they make a comment. Oh, they're taking our houses, they're taking our jobs, they're taking this, they're taking that. It's not their actual fault. I mean, I think they would have been perfectly fine to stay in their own houses, but it's no safe. Would you want to stay there? You can't say, well, turn the question around. You can't say to somebody else, well, would you not want to stay there if it was safe? Or would you not want to get the hell out of there if it wasn't safe? You would choose the safe option.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of the people are getting, it's wrong, like, but it's like, oh, this is not this is not Britain anymore, blah, 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 and all this.
Yeah,
It's like they're going after the people, I think, just because they see them getting houses, it's all furniture, they all get set up with this, that, and the other, and yet people that were born here, some of us have to fight to get the things, if you know what I mean. And they
Mhm.
just think, oh, that's wrong. But my thing is, does that make it a reason for you to go and target somebody? No.
Mm.
My opinion, no. It's just crazy. I mean, they families have fought to get over here just to save their own lives. Why should we subject them? They've been through enough terrors. Well, this is just my opinion. It's yeah, people are people. Doesn't matter. I'm sure if bombs and all that started here and we had to go to somewhere else, would they react the same way? Possibly not. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there right now. And
Yeah.
you know, I will be interested in having Doug back on the podcast at some point to talk about some more specific cases
Mhm.
and things like that
Mhm.
that have happened up in Alaska. Maybe some talk
I
about
would.
some of the hostage negotiation stuff that he's
Yeah,
done and everything.
that would be interesting. But I want to know more about his like famous case. I would like to know more about that. That would be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know that he had talked to Israel Keys and stuff like that. He
Mhm.
had done some interviewing with that in that. So yeah, be interested to hear those different cases and
Mhm.
get some specific details on that stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I mean,
so
did he not get executed yet?
Israel Keys killed himself, committed
Yeah.
suicide before he was executed.
Yeah. I know he was on like death row, but I wasn't too sure what happened to him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
So
like what they have to go through with the would be pretty cool as well. The hostage negotiations, because that can be. I mean, I've only seen it like movies type thing, but uh, excruciating. The amounts of hours and blah blah blah. You've got to talk them round, and that'd be pretty cool.
yeah,
Just to know the ins and outs, how they do it, how they're going to plan, how they're going to talk to the person, stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
yeah. Figuring out like
Mm.
how to pick those people apart psychologically
Mm-hmm.
and to understand what their triggers are and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be really neat.
does he need a profile of the person? He's a bit of their background, their history before he goes in there. That's the type of stuff that I would want to know. You know?
Yeah, I think it's always interesting too, like interrogation techniques and things like that. How do you talk to somebody to get the information that you need?
Yeah.
What different tactics do they use? Yeah.
I
So
think that's pretty cool.
what else has been going on in the wide world of true crime this last
Oh,
couple weeks?
God. Well, I sent you the video of that crazy woman. They said, "Oh, where's your husband?" He's in the bottom of. He's inside. He's at the bottom of the lake, inside a fish. What? And then where's your wee boy? It's at the bottom of the lake. But the fact
That's
is, she was running around. Now, if that was like any other person, they'd be straight in cuffs. But they were letting her walk around. I gave him to God.
mm,
your own child.
That's
I tell
crazy.
you, I don't know if it's a trend, but it seems to be a trend in the last few years. Like child abuse cases. Because I've seen a few cases like in the States that are really bad. Like, personally, if that was me, I'd string them up to the highest rope. Because some of the kids, what they went through, ridiculous, man.
Mm.
But one interesting fact, though, Jeff, Donna Edelson's new neighbour is Dee Dee Moore.
Mm.
No, she's pretty interesting. Where she killed the guy that won the lottery.
Hmm.
Her interrogation video. Oh, that's classic. But yeah, Dee Dee Moore.
Wow. So what all is coming up? Are there any other trials that are getting ready to start?
There is a few that's going out. They're now like I've not really watched any of them yet because they've been taken up because there's more coming out after the because she's not getting sentenced to the 14th of October. That's so. But then on the same day that I don't know if this is just a coincidence, but on the same day she got her guilty verdict, her son put his appeal in. No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It's meant to have a top appellate lawyer. You could have God behind you, and it still wouldn't work. He's not getting out. So she's asked for a new trial. She tried to say her defence team was incompetent. That judge covered everything, Jeff. He's very thorough. Judge Everett, great judge. He covered basically all the bases, but this is pretty normal after a verdict. They want to take the first 10 days, they can. I don't think it's going to, but I know it's not going to change anything. So I'm just waiting on Wendy getting arrested now.
Okay.
Possibly the father, well, I believe the father, like Harvey, knew everything that was going on from the get-go. Now, he could possibly still get arrested as well. So that's like the whole clan. But the one that stood out for me was their estranged son, Robert. My heart just broke for that guy in the stand. Literally, having to go there, you could see the hurt in his eyes. He's given evidence against his own mother, but they basically didn't want nothing to do with him. So he showed great courage getting up in that stand. She was sitting there. You can see she's very vindictive. She likes to be in her kids' lives. I mean, she was all through like the divorce, like her daughter's divorce. She was all through it, blah blah blah. And she only done this because the daughter got refused relocation because the father, Dan Markel, was a law professor at FSU. And he didn't want the kids to be moving where they grew up in Tallahassee to Miami, South Miami. And this is the reason she got her son. She basically made her own son a murderer. Now, so I'm just waiting. There's aftermath, so I'm keep watching anything that takes my trial. Oh, I heard. I don't know if you heard, Jeff. They're trying to take Karen Reid on new charges.
Oh, really? What are those charges?
I don't know. I just heard about it yesterday. In fact, they're trying. It was on some news thing. I don't know. I mean, really, that's like wasting taxpayers' money. You've already tried her blinking twice. She was
Yeah,
found not guilty twice. Like, do something useful, like free Richard Allen.
yeah, for sure,
I
for
mean, that
sure. Like,
momentum's. Have you noticed that momentum is actually picking up? That
is it now?
a lot of people now think what we thought all along, that Richard Allen was
Hmm.
innocent. They just Nick McClellan, move your hole and let him out. So I'm just oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I'm waiting on the results from Ancestry. You know how, because he's got the last, his surname, and my surname, my middle name is my mum's name, McClelland. I'm waiting to find out if that is a relation.
Oh
That'd be
wow.
so weird. A crooked prosecutor as a relative.
Hmm. So is there anything else going on, or?
No, just appeals and what have you.
Yep.
Anything. I'm just waiting. I keep checking. I'm just waiting to hear. Just waiting to hear if there's anything decent, like sort of high profile. There's a few cases going on around, but I'm waiting for Courtney Clenny because that just it was there, it was there, it was there, and then nothing. The same way good old Rexy. What the hell is happening with this? You done the
Yeah,
press
yeah,
conference and then zilch after that.
yeah. I haven't heard anything at all from that.
And there's been nothing released. They done the press conference. And I thought, right, we're possibly going to hear something. Nada, zip. I thought, that's a bit strange. You do a press conference and then nothing.
Hmm.
So I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
There
is he still in jail though, Jeff Rex? Or
is he.
where is
What?
he? Is he
I'm
in
not
jail?
sure. Yeah, he's in jail. I just don't. I'm not sure
Mm,
exactly where.
because it's like, are you going to try him or what? It's like the silence, it's like I see them in Mendes brothers got denied parole.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
know that?
They got denied. Yep.
Yeah. So who's the next guest coming up then, Jeff?
Uh, I have a few that are in the works right now.
All
I
right.
don't have anybody specific. I'm waiting to hear back and see if they're available over the next week.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple different people,
Mhm.
a couple different criminologists,
Mhm.
and we've got another podcast host that
Oh.
focuses on stalking, and
Oh.
they're planning on coming on. So yeah.
Mhm. What about the mystery man? Because I would love for him to come back on the guy from Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't talked to him yet. I need to send him a message.
Yeah, because he was pretty interested. He was actually.
Yeah,
But I
yeah, for
got
sure.
my friend who's I sent her a few episodes and she loves it. So she's a subscriber now. She particularly loves
Nice.
Ed. She particularly loves Ed Gein. That's that's her point on. So she loves Ed Gein. So yeah. So you got a convention this weekend, or you just
No, I have the next couple weekends off
good?
until I go to Baltimore
Mhm.
the first weekend of October,
Mhm.
and then I start like 3 or 4 weeks of conventions back to back to back.
And
So
is Cat going with you, or
some of the time,
yeah? What about your son? Can he go? We don't want you
uh,
being on your own, Jeff. Now.
yeah, he is up in Chicago,
Oh,
busy doing school and everything, so he's
yeah.
not available.
Right.
But for most of the next several conventions, my dad's going to be going with me.
Oh, good. Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. See, it'd be cool if you went live when you're there with your dad. And then we've got the big thing at Christmas to look forward to, your stories.
Yeah, that'll be coming up here. I'll start putting some things out and promoting that.
You wouldn't, because we were, believe it or not, I don't know what it's like in your local shops. We've already got our Christmas stuff out.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
early.
we had them out since the end of August. I mean, I paid for my Christmas turkey last week. There you go. And I
Oh
just
wow.
pick it up. I just pick it up on Christmas Eve, and that's it. Taken care of. But I thought every year it seems to get like earlier and earlier. Because straight after Christmas, like about the day after, we've got Valentine's. And then even before Valentine's has came and gone, we've got Easter stuff out. This is how it goes. It's like, and on Christmas Day, we get summer holiday adverts.
Mm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Comes
So what's
faster
like,
and faster every year.
yeah. So like, and what is your typical like, say, Christmas dinner over here? It's like either chicken, turkey, ham, brisket, silver side.
Here it's usually like ham or turkey.
Yeah, is Thanksgiving more a big thing than Christmas over where you are or the States?
No, I think they're both about the same. Like
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving, everybody gets together and has turkey, and then everybody gets together again on Christmas. So they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
And then
So,
nobody gets together again until the next year.
yeah, that's good. Well, I've got some family members that I cook for, and it's nice to see them once a year. Just once a year.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, you always have to buy like sherry. Oh.
There's always somebody that likes it.
Shit, it's like, why? And it's going to be a particular brand, because if you get the wrong brand, oh no, I can't drink that. Oh no. It's like,
all right, Mary. Well, I am going to get off of here, and I will talk to you soon.
Are you going to get dinner?
Yeah, I'm going to go get dinner here in a little bit. So, yeah, I will talk to you soon.
Tell me when you get a minute, Jeff. Look at that thing that I sent you.
Okay, yeah, I'll check out that interview with Amanda Knox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Right.
Okay, you take care.
All right, I'll talk to you all soon. All right.
Bye. Bye.